Doctor Who exactly. That was well good, wasn't it? Like, I know I'm not a professional writer? That's the thing. But in my mind, I'd, file away the Fires of Pompeii as one of those entertaining but probably not as good in hindsight episodes. I don't think I've actually seen it again since its original broadcast in 2008. The Fires of Pompeii is notorious for starring David Tennant, pretty joke about age further, and Donna, and it takes place in, well, you guessed it, Pompeii. But also who makes an appearance other than Peter Capaldi as quite a large supporting role. Okay. And Karen Gillian. Okay. Bit weird. It seems like the UK only has like 20 actors sometimes, but I'll take what I can get. So, a little bit of history here. I really like the 10th Doctor with Donna Noble. I think they are my favourite TARDIS pairing the new series has had. Maybe the one that comes close as a second is the 11th Doctor and Amy and Rory, but not without Rory. It's just, the dynamic these two actors have, David and Catherine Tate, they just seemingly love every second they're on screen together. It's fantastic, it's terrific, and it's other honorifics I could use. So the Fires of Pompeii is like one of those episodes that takes place in the past and then all of a sudden the Doctor is involved as this historical event. Like the Great Fire of London in 1666. He had something to do with that. The Fire of Rome. Actually, there's a lot of fire involved, apparently. Coincidentally, there's a lot of fire in this episode. So the Fires of Pompeii takes place on the last day in Pompeii before, Vesuvius explodes. And this was the invention of the word volcano. So the terminology gets thrown around a little bit, and the people in Pompeii, they don't know what it is. It makes for a lovely bit of dark humour. I don't have a lot to say around this episode, so I'm just going to talk directly about the episode itself. So here is the plot, Doctor Who exactly style, and that just means me talking to a camera. The Doctor and Donna arrive in what they think is Rome, but they wind up in Pompeii because, the Doctor and his piloting skills aren't always that great. They have some fun in what they think is ancient Rome until they realise, well, it is Pompeii and stuff's gonna hit the fan, and the TARDIS is gone. So they track down the TARDIS, who's been bought by some lover of modern art, played by a bloke who really's into marble. And it's Peter Capaldi. Hello, Peter Capaldi. What's your role today? It's not as cantankerous as you'd expect. He's just a happy, kind patriarch of an ancient Roman family. And he makes stuff out of marble. Yeah, well, that's not that weird. So the Doctor and Donna try to go back into the TARDIS until they see one of the clients that wants to purchase marble come in for a slate with alien markings on it. Yeah, there's aliens. So it basically boils down to these giant fire magma creatures called the pyroviles have fallen through a rift in time, and they are using their powers to manifest in human bodies, and then they wish to, what else, take over the Earth, because sometimes if you have a thing you're good at, you just need to keep doing it. The Doctor tries to figure out where this slate is going to and what the rest of it does. So there's a senator and he's a soothsayer and he can see the future. So he knows that the Doctor is a lord of time and that Donna Noble is the daughter of London and there's something on her back. By the way, here's that thing again that Russell T Davies really loves. Bring in a phrase and just repeat it ad nauseum and just hope that people will notice, like later on they're like, the thing is on the back now, and it's like, yay, payoff. I know this is just me being very nitpicky and like it's just a minor niggle and it's just on the level that kids can understand it as well, but it bothers me because there's something on your back comes back so many times, and it's like, okay, we get it. There's got to be something on the back later on, right? So while the Doctor heads off with the son of the family to find out where this slate is going, and he figures out that it's like several slates and it's an energy converter because it converts energy, and he reveals that this soothsayer is slightly petrified. Yeah, it's not a difficult plot. It's aliens. The aliens are making the humans do things. He runs back to the family, this giant magma monster chasing him down underground, bursting through the living room. Donna Noble gets kidnapped in the confusion, and the creature gets killed by a bucket of water. Now, okay, fair play here. It's a bit of an easy way to kill your monster of the week, but it gets mentioned that it was just a foot soldier, and in essence, it makes the Pyrovillians an excellent monster of the week. They are not a formula you can repeat very often. You can't bring them back and have like, oh, well, I have a terrific new idea for stories telling about the Pyrovillians, because where would you take them from here? You don't. You just have them this week, give them a cracking design, and threaten to conquer the Earth. They are perfect for a single episode, and I have not a bad word to say about it. The Pyrovillians are basically magma with stone outsides, resembling Roman soldiers with, like, you know, the big brushy helmets. Yeah. So, it's pretty good. They're like 10 feet tall, they breathe fire. It's intimidating. It works. The Doctor figures out where Donna Noble has been kidnapped to, or I don't know. Is it kidnapped to? And it's this death cult of these soothsayer ladies with Karen Gillian. She really had a minor part in this episode. She doesn't get to do much. The Doctor manages to coerce the leader of the cult, who's a completely petrified lady, to reveal that she's a Pyrovillian and that they are, yes, indeed gonna take over the world. So, he saves Donna, they escape, they end up in the volcano, somehow, because that's where all the roads lead, not to Rome, but into Vesuvius. And by the revelation of that the aliens are going to take over the world, he realizes that these Pyrovillians are actually siphoning the energy from the volcano, so it's not going to erupt. So now the Doctor has to make Vesuvius erupt and wipe Pompeii off of the map. Now, I don't have a lot to say about this episode. Like I said, it's fairly simple. It's aliens making human beings do bad things, and they want to take over the Earth. There's no tension between Ten and Donna. The supporting characters were just, you know, either kind of there or evil. But here we get to the meat of the episode. The 10th Doctor has to make an awful choice. He has to basically commit genocide all over again. And our new Who really loves to give the Doctor some angst about genocide and explosions and killing people because, you know, Time War and all that. Post-traumatic stress disorder. And it's really hard for the mopey number 10, who he likes to mope, and it's okay. It's one of his character traits. He can't bring it to himself to set off the volcano eruption. So here's Donna Noble, his friend, and this is why she's so brilliant. She has a big mouth. She's lippy, feisty, call whatever you want her. She's not that pleasant in company, maybe, but she's kind. And she's there for the 10th Doctor. Together, they trigger the events of the Mount of Vesuvius exploding, and they leg it back to the TARDIS. And she's trying to save people, warn them. She's been trying to do that the entire episode. Like, go take a holiday, take a day off, go visit your family over in Barcelona. Barcelona. I don't even know the name, what the Romans called Barcelona back in those days. The 10th Doctor's all but gotten into the TARDIS and gotten off without her. It's like getting into the car, starting the engine and driving a few meters down the road just to show that whoever you're with, that you're serious, you're not gonna stay here. It's a bit, well, let's say, it's a bit abusive, a bit like, it's not nice. It's not nice for the 10th Doctor to, you know, threaten to leave Donna behind in Pompeii if she doesn't come with him. And here's Donna Noble again, in the TARDIS, in tears. She's asking the 10th Doctor not to abandon everybody, but to save someone, to save some people. This is probably why I like this episode a lot more, is because there's a real human aspect to it. Donna Noble and her tragedy of the common people. I find it infinitely more interesting, infinitely more engaging than like people making heart's eyes at the 10th Doctor because he's so pretty. This is sad, and it's the good kind of sad. Let me get a scene, it's a little bit heavy-handed, the 10th Doctor bathed in light, stepping outside the TARDIS, reaching for, I've forgotten his name, Peter Capaldi's character, and he saves his family. Then we get a little flash forward that, like, a year later, they now live in Rome, and the household gods they worship are the 10th Doctor and Donna. Donna's coercing of the 10th Doctor to save someone, to be nice to someone. It's something that the 10th Doctor needs. He's always on the verge of slipping into that I'm better than you kind of ordeal. The Doctor has that. Not just the 10th Doctor, just in general. And a friend like Donna keeps him chained to reality in a sense of way. And it's weird because, like I said, when I first watched this episode, I filed it away in my brain like, good enough. But now I've rewatched it, I'm like, yeah, that's a real solid. Like, I don't like to give ratings out of 10, but I'd say like it's like a 7.5 out of 10 at least. And I know I'm not a writer. And the Zygon invasion and the Zygon inversion have a lot more to say about things. But there's something about this episode that resonates with me, but those two don't, and I don't know exactly what it is. I like the Fires of Pompeii loads. Yeah, it's definitely, it stands out in Series 4 alongside Midnight and Turn Left. Yeah, I'm happy we rewatched this one. It's made me feel good. But, you know,
he was the Doctor
every silver lining has a cloud. That's not a saying. Anyway, there's a school board over there. I've got to write some stuff on it. I'll see you later because I'm not going anywhere. Bye!